Hello, this is Mary Grace. I'm here with floss tube number 16. I lucked out. I actually went to an in-person stitching about 2 weeks ago, which is what invigorated me to do yet another floss tube. And we talked about things that people like and dislike in floss tubes. They like to see progress. I haven't yet bought a way to track my stitches and what have you, so I'm just going to have to show you a picture and tell you. This is my Snowdrop Fairy by Doreen Jones from this Ultimate Fairy cross stitch book. There's at least 3 fairies I want to do in this book, including the butterfly one here that's shown, and there's some one with a ballerina one. But this is the Snowdrop Sprite Fairy by Doreen Jones. And for progress, the thing that you would most notice for progress is I did some outlining here. And wow, what the difference outlining and backstitching makes on a piece. I know she's still missing eyes. I'm working on it. This is technically a full coverage piece. I'm not going to do full coverage. I'm letting the green background, but it's a lot of stitching. I have been working on this for a long time, and I will continue to work on it for a long time. And because of that, I need to stitch a few other things with it. So for this in-person stitching, I put together this project bag. And in the project bag, while I was there and since I've gotten home, I have now worked on this beautiful red work. It is out of the magazine, The Gift of Stitching, which is currently on sale, like $30 for like 6 years worth of magazine articles and patterns. And I'm used the floss that glitters, and I'm really pleased with this piece of black work I did here. This is actually going to go in my next quilt. That's why you see the shape drawn around it. I also quilt. Hopefully you've looked at those quilling bee tubes too. And my next quilt will be one all dedicated to sewing. So I wanted to have cross stitch on it, black work cross stitch, regular cross stitch, embroidery work, and also different quilt panels. And so this is the first panel. And I have a plan. My plan is to do this and quilt it and then turn it into an ornament so I can put it in the very next Montgomery County Fair, and then I'll take the hanger off and ultimately it'll be part of the quilt. As you can see, I've already started my next one. It's a pin cushion. It comes out of this magazine from 1989 that has this really nifty stocking on it all about sewing. So that's the next piece that I'm working on. While I was in person, I happened to meet up with 2 other floss tubers. The first one is the Hiking Stitcher. Her goal is 700 subscribers currently. That's the goal. That's her next, you set yourself goals. She's currently below 700 subscribers. She'd like to get 700 subscribers on either her YouTube's or her Instagram. So the Hiking Stitcher. And she's in the Shenandoah area and she hikes. I want to meet up and hike with her. And she recommended the Shenandoah Stitcher, who again hasn't had a lot of hits. So please go check the both of them out because, we want to grow this community. We want to encourage them. Meeting with them encouraged me. Watch their YouTubes, floss tubes, encourage them. Also met with Becca is Stitching. She has a lot of followers already and she's really nifty to watch too. So back to this awesome bag that I kitted up to go. And if I knew where to find another bag like this, I'd buy another one. But there is no name, date, whatever on this. And that is what I want to talk to you about. This stitching I have behind me is not cross stitch, but it is still floss use. So that is why I'm showing it. These were stitched by either my grandmother or my Aunt Marion pre-2000. The work is not dated, but it is gorgeous. So I want to remind you to always put your name and put your date on everything you stitch. Here's a pillowcase I did back in the 80s. And It's not dated either. And I ultimately think I'm going to move it into a frame because it's really hard to put your head down on it because it's just so beautiful. I don't want to use it up. And then I can use the rest of the pillowcase to do other stitching. As I said, I obviously do a lot of stitching that's not cross stitch, but it's still floss related. And I've yet to see any floss tubes that are about anything but cross stitch. Maybe they should be called cross stitch tubes, just like my quilting bee. Maybe not. Anyways, other things I'm using floss for, I am working on my second crazy quilt adjacent animal. The first one was a dog. This one is a bear. It's a bear on bears. So I've stitched this cute little white bear. The part that's missing is where I'm going to put a little ribbon. I'm working on a sleeping bear. And both of these bears come out of this really awesome book that I got from the 1980s. Keepsake Transfer Collection. There's also a Christmas version of this, which I don't want, but I like this version very much. And oh, look, I'm doing the bear that's right there on the cover. They didn't fill it in. I'm filling it in. That's my choice. The other thing I want to talk to you about, it is the month of February. I am wearing red. Wear red. First of all, red, February, good theme. Second of all, back in World War II, both the Marines and the Army came out with red lipstick as propaganda against Hitler, because Hitler said something to the effect that, women should never wear red lipstick. So, wear your red lipstick in opposition of all fascist things. Wear red in general, because it's an awesome color. And I hope that I have inspired you to do more stitching, as you inspire me to do stitching just by clicking. Have a great day. Bye!